What's up, guys? It's Drac. Starting to get cold down here. How about you guys? But anyway, this is a box. It's a huge box, and you honestly aren't prepared for what's in this box. So my kind of Nerf role model slash fitness goal slash, I don't know, Nerf legend is Canadian and goes by FA24. And he's more or less retired from the hobby now, which is a pity, but he had two primaries that were pretty scary, and one of them was, of course, his original Doomsayer, which my Doom Whisperer is based off of, and then this is the other one. So it was made, I think, 8 or 9 years ago now, but this is FA24's Lancer, and I am so stoked to have it in my collection. He wasn't using it, and so he decided to sell it, and he announced that in a few different community forums, and it's made its way all the way down here to Georgia. Whatever, we're just gonna make a mess. And it is in the box. So, it's only gonna be impressive to you guys if you really put into context like what the hobby looked like 8 years ago. So 8 years ago, you were using a Springer or an Air Blaster, period. NIC combat was where it was at. Nobody was using stock darts for anything. So that's all Stefan length darts, for those of you that might not have been following the channel for that long. And my NIC primary usually is a crossbow or a homemade, but this is actually before homemades were popular. So homemades weren't really around, so the most popular thing, the best, baddest Springer that you could put together was either a crossbow or a long shot. And FA was a pretty big Gears of War fan. In fact, I think he still is a Gears of War fan. In fact, I'm pretty sure the money that I paid for this Lancer is going to be spent on Gears of War 4 or 5 or what have you. But inside all this bubble wrap is his original Lancer from about 8 years ago. It's either 8 or 9, it's hard to say. We'll do a quick overview and then I'll grab a Stefan and we can do some firing demos. But like, stuff was a little bit rougher back then. You can definitely see some of this adhesive work. It wasn't until Rogue started using like Bondo that we started getting really smooth long shot integrations. But this was a performance powerhouse at the time, not because it was getting better ranges than crossbows, because it didn't get better ranges than crossbows, but because it was capable of follow-up shots rapidly on account of being clip systems. So when you hear the term Angel Breach thrown around, that's a full brass breech that accepts darts, and right now it's pretty ubiquitous with the hobby, but at the time Angel had invented it, so it was relatively new. And then this is some sort of toy chainsaw that he integrated in and maintained the circuitry from. I think it's off, now it's on. I'll have to figure out exactly where all of the controls are, but it looks pretty good. I know that there's LEDs built in here, here, and here, and that all connects to this switch in the back. And then of course he cuts down no dart storage, but in exchange you get a much more Lancer-esque profile. And then up here you can see there are the tightening rings for the brass breech, and then I'm going to close it so I can safely remove this magazine. This is of course a Stefan style magazine, which means that the followers here, as you can see, are designed not to hold full-length darts, but instead half-length darts. So now when we take a look inside, you can see that that is how it was designed to chamber darts. So it can only take half-length darts, only in the front of a magazine, which is why those are aligned that way. Now I'm trying to remember what the operation is for the chainsaw itself. Once it's on, you have to do something. I want to say it's like a hidden switch or button. Here it is. This button, I'm almost sure, has something to do with it. Nope. Huh. Maybe I need to add batteries. We will figure it out. But let's go get some Steffens, because this one did not come with any, and we should be able to do a quick firing demo for you, really show you how this was designed to work. So I just had to do enough digging in the box, but these are some of Angel's actual Steffens. They're pretty basic glue dome Steffens, and I'm amazed by how he got such consistent performance out of something with such inconsistent darts. I've been very spoiled. Red makes all of my darts, but these have, like, I think fishing weights, so they're definitely Canadian Steffens with the fishing weight glue domes, but pretty serious ammo. Like a lot of wars, particularly the wusses up north, would never let you use something like this. Down south we allow, I think, 1/4 fishing weights, but nothing more than that. We had somebody with ball bearings, and that was pretty crazy. But let's prime. You can see this should chamber one Steffen up and in. Man, this breech is tight. It has not been used in a long time. Alrighty, and then we will fire. So I think the chainsaw is actually working now. This is the button to activate it, and then the trigger itself causes it to rev. But let's fire here. Unfortunate. Man, these darts are beat. Let's see if we can't get it to chamber one. There we go. Alright, now I'll show you the chainsaw. Try and get it to... There we go. So, button to activate, and then trigger pull runs it, so you could in fact take out dudes by... No, these are rubberized, so it's actually quite safe. But fire a few more times. Again, I only ever used long shots for one season, and then Nam came along with homemades and made these pretty obsolete. But that's actually, I don't know why in the auction he said it was only getting ranges of 40 feet. Like, that was easily a 100-foot shot. And another 100-foot shot. This is coming to Costco. Chicken's gonna be jelly. Oh, man. Very cool. Yeah, this is fine. This is still delivering the hits. Part of that's because Angel uses insane spring loads, but part of that's just because he made really good breeches, and so it works really well, even after sitting dormant for so long. Let's take a quick look at it in the dark, but this is really, really cool. It's so nice to have like a little piece of Nerf history. But LED's mirror on both sides. Let's take it inside. So lights off, lights on. And that is, in fact, just pretty awesome. They're very bright for being dissipated through some sort of plastic film, but that looks pretty good. Very, very cool. So overall, just couldn't be happier with this blaster. Like, A, it's a little piece of Nerf history. B, it's from my personal favorite modder. And then C, the first one that he made, which he says, in his own words, was not as nice as this one, sold for, I think, a little north of 1,000 United States dollars at auction on eBay. And so, like, who knows what this one's worth, but it's definitely the centerpiece of my collection. Am I out of darts? That stinks. We'll send one more. Nope. So it is fickle. We're going to have to clear the breach, but I will figure out how to master its use and then take it to Costco, which is an old school style Nerf war that Flying Chicken hosts in the Southeast. And if you want more information about that war, I'll put a link in the description box to that. And then if you want to see actually this blaster being built, I think 8 years ago on YouTube, I will actually link to the original build video on FA's channel in the description box below as well. But thank you very much for watching. This has been a look at the replica Nerf Lancer made with long shot, and really stands up to the test of time. Hope you guys enjoyed.